Hey everyone, this is Power Glove Pixels. Today I'm going to be talking about the Nintendo GameCube. This is basically a top five games that I really like on the Nintendo GameCube. Um, this is my personal opinion. Everybody has their top five what they consider to be the best games on the Nintendo GameCube. So this is a very underrated system that came out in 2001, but it had a lot of great games. All right, so the number five is gonna have to be Wave Race Blue Storm, and the reason I give this one to number five is because coming from the Nintendo 64, I used to love the Nintendo 64 of Wave Race 64, and when this game came out, I was really excited to play it. I used to like the graphics were pretty impressive at the time, and I remember the water effects and the tricks. Also, the characters are very different. It's a really cool game. I really like it. If you guys like into racing games and like doing tricks, I definitely recommend this game. It's really cheap. You can pick it up. I don't think it's that expensive right now. So that's my top five. My top four is gonna have to be Eternal Darkness. Now, Eternal Darkness is a very creepy game. It's a game where you're going through this psychological dimensions and you're trying to figure out these puzzles. This game is definitely not for everyone. It's a very tough game. Bosses are really hard. So yeah, it's a really cool game though. If you're into that type of game, I definitely recommend that one as well. So my top three is gonna have to be Luigi's Mansion. Now, Luigi Mansion was a game that came out in 2001 when the system came out, and I didn't know what to expect from it, and I was really impressed. It was very different. It was something Nintendo was trying. I really enjoyed going through this mansion. It was kind of creepy at first, but then it kind of has that feel of Ghostbusters kind of, and it was actually pretty great. Going through these doors, getting keys, collecting treasure, and looking for bosses. It was a really fun game, and I definitely recommend this game. It's a really fun game to play, and playing this game in component, if you have the component which is the red, green, and blue, it actually would upscale to 480p and it would look very impressive. I definitely recommend this game. I definitely recommend it, hands down. And it's not too expensive. So my number two is gonna have to be Super Mario Sunshine. Now, this game, when it came out, I was disappointed because I really wanted a sequel to Mario 64, and we ended up getting this. But you know what? This game is actually great. It was fun. You would go into these puzzle dimensions using your water pump and throwing water everywhere. It was a very good game. It was a very good platform game, and to this day I still play it. It's a really great game, and I liked everything about it. I just liked the environments. The story was always trying to save the princess. Nothing new, but the game was actually fun to play, and I really like this game. So my number one game has to be Resident Evil 4. Why? Because wow, there's just so many good things about this game. It's just I coming from Resident Evil 2, big fan of Resident Evil 2, and when they released Resident Evil 4, it was something I was amazed by. It seemed that Capcom back in that time was giving a lot of support to the GameCube by releasing Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil original remake. But Resident Evil 4, originally was on the GameCube. Then later it came out to the PS2 and Xbox Live Arcade. But I'm giving the credit to the GameCube because this is where where it came out, and where you would play it on the original controller. And for me, this game was scary as shit. I remember going into this village, and this group of people will say "Matalo," and also the seller, "What are you selling?" It's something that even to this day a lot of people still say, and it's just so memorable. This game is just an amazing game. Resident Evil 4 is just hands down the best GameCube game. My favorite GameCube game. So let me know down below what is your favorite guys GameCube game. And so this is Power Glove Pixel signing out till next time.